Well, divorce is something that we don't like to hear about, but it's out there, and there are ways that we can make it a little bit better for the kids. It's definitely a horrible situation for everyone that's involved, again, especially for the kids. Chris Kent, she is the divorce concierge, and she says that everything that you should know about divorce, well, you probably already learned it in kindergarten. Welcome to Sonora Living.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I can't wait to see how you're going to sort of put the two together. But first, let's start with what a divorce concierge is. I know what a concierge is.
Right. Well, interesting, the Latin root of concierge means fellow slave. So understand that I've been there, I've done that, I've been through a divorce. And typically today we look at a hotel concierge when we're in an unfamiliar place and we're looking for guidance. And so that is what I've culminated into my business, is a way to guide people through their divorce.
Now, why did you think that there was a need for, I mean, there's lots of services out there. I mean,
Right.
We've got the lawyers and the mediators and therapists.
Right. Well, it's something you don't do every day, and it's a whole new life-changing event, divorce is, and it affects your life in maybe ways that you don't even know about. A lot of times there's questions out there that you don't even know to ask. And so if you go to a concierge, somebody who's been through it before, I refer people to the professionals that they're going to need that are specific to their divorce, because every divorce is different. You can ask your friends and family who help them, but your situation might be very different. And so we look at a person's situation and try to guide them to the professionals that are going to help them. We educate to let them know what the divorce process is, how it's going to change their lives, and how they can learn to help themselves and know their options.
Well, let's talk about the kids, because the kids are always so affected. And you say that everything that we learned in kindergarten is really what is going to help us through this divorce.
Right.
What are you talking about here?
Well, if you remember the book by Robert Fulghum, Everything I Needed to Know I Really Learned in Kindergarten, it's the same concept. So if you, for example, look at the Golden Rule, and if we were all to sit and follow the Golden Rule about, you know, you treat people nicely, you're fair, you don't bully, you share. That's kind of the concept that we need to use in divorce, because as for kids, the old school thought was marriage was about love and divorce is about money. There's some truth to that, but the new school of thought is that marriage was about one family and divorce is about two equally happy families. And so if we can look at it that way through the eyes of a child, realize that this is a tough situation for the kids, think about them, think about their future, and help them through the eyes of a child. It might take us down to a more elementary level of looking at divorce.
So people that are sitting out there right now and they're going through a divorce or they're contemplating it, what is the biggest thing that they can do for the sake of their kids?
Well, the biggest thing they can do is, first of all, educate themselves and approach divorce not in an adversarial situation, but in more of an amicable situation to help the kids through. It's not easy for the kids, it's not easy for you.
Should we make it all about the kids?
You know, if you look at it in that light, then isn't that the best way? If you have kids, you want to look at their future and how you're going to provide the best possible future for them financially. So you need to deal with the finances. You need to be open and honest and have the equal family. So many families end up in poverty after divorce, especially single women. And so if you have assets, you need to follow the laws and be open and honest about what the finances are, and so you can equally separate the finances and, like I say, provide two secure and happy households for the kids, because that's all the kids really want. They want to be happy, and they want to feel safe, and they want to know that they have a secure future.
Well, you have a book that you've written, and The Divorce Coach.
Actually, no, this is not my book. This is a book that I found when trying to look for guidance. This is the only book that I found that is written for divorce, Arizona divorce specifically.
And you're guiding everyone through it, and you're going to help guide everyone to the appropriate books. Sorry, I saw that sitting there and caught my eye.
Exactly.
We're going to have all of the information about the divorce concierge and Chris, so that she can help you and just really point you in the right direction. And all of that is coming up. You can find it on sonoranliving.com. Thank you, Chris.